This is week 131 of HRT, and this week my breast has still been hurting. And I've noticed something amazing with the tissue there. There's more spread out, and I've noticed like right here towards the middle, it's more coming towards the middle. So there's more tissue towards the middle, and there's no 3-finger gap anymore. The gap is less than 3 fingers, so that's good. Still measuring 37 inches, measuring the correct way and everything. And the bra wearing is my most expensive one, Victoria's Secret wireless demi bra, yeah, black, and this is what that's what my breasts look like now. See, look at that. Even though they're not together, the bra still fits. Because they're not coming together like this, because they're not big enough. And you can see you can see that a little bit. Let's see. Let's put down. Yeah, so you can kind of see. Yeah, there. So that's really good. If they keep growing like this every month, by November 20th, they will be round. And I'm less dysphoric because of it. So that tells you if I'm less dysphoric because my breasts are bigger, that tells you that the treatment for us trans individuals works, and that we are who we are. And that because we're like born this way, and that just says, yes, fixing this condition, fixing it, just because our brains were born in opposite gender or sexes. Getting them aligned and matched gets rid of dysphoria and all these other issues. So that like pretty much proves it right there. Because when I had no breasts, that's what happened. As I mentioned in the video before, I got so really one day I was like camping. Yeah, we were camping. It was a family reunion camp out type thing. But I went walking by myself for an hour. I looked down, and then it was a hard time for me, and I looked at my chest, and I really got so dysphoric. I cried for a whole hour straight. And the pain was so bad that if this is what it felt like. You get shot, thrown off a cliff, hit the ground, all your bones break. There's a boulder on you, you're on fire, and you're underwater, and you don't die. That's pretty much how I felt. It's the only I can explain it. That's how it felt when I was the most dysphoric I've ever been. But when I figured everything out and started transitioning, I was slowly getting less as my breasts got bigger. The dysphoria from that was like going away. And getting better because of it. So that tells you we have to transition to get better. That's just part of life. Yeah. And it's like I'm not dysphoric because of my face, because I'm not dysphoric because of my hair either. Because one time I was dysphoric because of my hair. It's too short. I couldn't do pigtails. But now it's long and I'm able to do that. I am not dysphoric, and when I had massive facial hair, especially when right here didn't fully go away, I got dysphoric. But now that the facial hair's gone, I'm not dysphoric from that. So that tells you that I am truly who I am. I'm a female. And with having male, anything male makes me dysphoric. That's why one of the reasons why I want the surgery. Sorry for that. That's why I want the surgery so bad. So yeah, it's happening. I'm trying to figure out how to get the money. My mom was thinking have me get on disability because I have like Asperger's symptoms, which that doesn't really bug me. She's thinking if I can get on it, I could help get money. I don't know. And I'm starting to do a little bit with jewelry. I'm gonna try and sell that. Try to raise money. Most of the stuff I made is steampunk kind of jewelry. So I'm gonna try that and see if that can help. And if I do both together, something. I haven't noticed really any other changes though in my body. Notice what right here, this one muscles look like it's still firm. I only did 10 push-ups a month for 10 push-ups a day for a month. Month and a half or something, a month, and you're still firm. So, and still my girlfriend. Very badly in a relationship. Last one I was in was in 2006, January 2006. Yeah, it's the beginning of January 2006. What happened is she broke up with me and saying I'm more like a brother to her. That's what she said. But we're still really good friends. Still hang out and whatnot. So that's really good that we're still friends and everything. And when she did break up with me, the only thought that was going in my head was, it's like, yes, now I can be me, a girl. That's what was in my head the second she broke up with me. Yeah. And I was happy. I wasn't sad and I wasn't happy. I was like more happy because then I could transition out and work on myself. Because if you can't work on yourself, how can you be with someone if you can't even get out with yourself? Yeah. It's like, how how can you love someone if you can't love yourself? Yeah. So, leg hair still nearly the same, except for my upper leg. I noticed there's a little bit more going on. Just there wasn't hardly any on my upper leg, so that was good. And let's see here. Other thing that, other physical changes, except my hips look wider still. My underarms, as you can see. But I haven't shaved them since last month at my appointment. I have a laser, and I have an appointment for that on Tuesday. So that will be good. And I only have like one hair here, maybe like one here, maybe a few through here, but that's about it. You can't tell. And I've been told you can't hardly see my Adam's apple, so it looks like been backwards. Okay. It's like this. It's like you can't really tell, and yeah. So I'm happy where I'm at right now, but I'll be more changes. Like my breast to finish filling in and just be a larger C cup. And that's all I'm really wanting in the surgery. Because, yeah, I've been noticing the sexual health of maybe trans women. It's a little different because my genitalia is still, I haven't had the surgery, so I noticed like a big crucial thing. Let me talk about this one. The crucial thing is G-spot, like being stimulated at the same time as the rest of being stimulated. Like I noticed, which is the G-spot on my male body, which is the same for a trans woman, is the prostate. So that's why I went into the surgery, put the prostate in front of the vagina, so because it's the G-spot. So I noticed that it helps more when stimulated. Yeah, and I've been noticing around the last 2 weeks of the month, it's like PMS kind of a thing. It's like mood swings and all that. Noticed have that towards the last 2 weeks of the month. Then at the beginning of the next month, I usually start my progesterone for the 10 days. And that's kind of how I figured out how the cycle works on me. Because females have the cycle and trans women have the whole cycle except the bleeding part. So yeah, that's how I was able to figure a lot of it out. And that's pretty much it I can think of for this week. Click the link down there, check out my blog, if you haven't. And until next time, comment, rate, and subscribe. Click that link down there for my blog. And the surgery fund is there anymore. I didn't make anything, so if you check out my blog and the surgery fund's still there, you won't be able to donate, so yeah, I'll figure